Littering, a continuous problem worldwide. As you and I drive down the road day after day, we can look to our left, right, in front of us, and even behind us. And most likely, we will see trash defacing the beauty that surrounds us. I've been a member of numerous trash cleanups, and every time I'm disgusted at the monstrous yield of trash brought in each time. Not only does it look trashy, but it is also harmful to humans, animals, and even our economy. Littering aids in global pollution and can diminish resources within our environment. The bottom line is that way too many people litter. Kathy, an author from Green Eco Services, talks about how 75% of people in the United States have admitted to littering within the past 5 years. The primary contributors to this littering were men between the ages of 18 and 34, smokers, people who frequently eat fast food, and people who drive on average more than 50 miles a day. Littering or trash comes from many different sources, not just someone throwing trash out the window or flicking a cigarette butt on the ground, but even just putting your trash can out at the curb and not tying up the bags properly. If the wind overnight or a dog, cat, whatever it may be, can knock it over, leaving trash on the ground. The wind blows it away and naturally it turns into litter. Uncovered trucks driving down the highway account for 40% of all litter on the sides of the roads. Also, construction and demolition crews leave a very large portion of trash behind at the site even after cleanup has been completed. There are many different ways and reasons why people litter, but bottom line it boils down to just pure laziness and the lack of reprisal for people's actions whenever it comes to littering. In an Earth Talk article, it is noted that over 18% of all litter ends up in our rivers, streams, and oceans. Once again, Kathy, the author from Green Eco Services, did a research report, and over 7 billion tons of trash make it to the ocean each year. 80% of that 7 billion tons comes from a land-based source. And most of that trash that makes it to the ocean is a long-lasting plastic that is responsible for the death of over 100,000 fish, birds, whales, or many other types of animals. A perfect example is right off the coast of North America, there was a sperm whale found dead. And after further research, it was found that a plastic drum was lodged in this whale's small intestine, which caused it to die. Additionally, there were other small bottles and various plastic items found within the stomach and even over 40 foot of nylon cord. Smoke-Free Ontario suggests that cigarette butts are the biggest problem with litter the world is facing today. Each cigarette butt that lands on the ground can take up to 12 years to disintegrate, and meanwhile it's leaking harmful toxins and chemicals into our surface, which these toxins and chemicals can take at a minimum of 1 hour to make it to any water source, a river, a stream, a lake, a pond, whatever it may be. Studies have shown that 4.5 trillion cigarette butts make their way to the ground each year, which is 1 in every 3 cigarettes. Also, cigarette butts have been found in the bellies of whales, fish, and birds, and other types of sea life, just like the plastics. And studies have shown that only 2 to 3 cigarette butts are needed for ingestion in order to cause serious harm or even kill these animals. 15% of litter is affected by the environment, meaning that wherever there is litter, most likely it will accumulate more litter, or essentially litter on the ground attracts more litter. An article published in Keep America Beautiful explained how littering costs the U.S. economy literally billions of dollars each year, with an estimated 46 billion pieces of trash landing on America's roadways. Last year, the United States paid over $11 billion just in trash cleanup, whereas California alone budgeted in $1 billion for trash cleanup within their state. Additionally, each taxpayer, whenever you pay taxes, some of that money goes to contribute to this trash cleanup. So if there was less people littering, then that money could be spent elsewhere and be more beneficial to the community. In an article from the National Solid Waste Management Association, it talks about how litter affects the quality of life within communities. It can affect property values and also the housing market. Extensive studies have shown that when litter is prevalent in a specific community, it can decrease the property and home values by at least 7%. And also, many tourism attraction areas have detoured many tourists because of the existence of an extensive amount of litter in the area. So basically, there's no positive outcome to litter. With 3 out of every 4 people littering today means that tomorrow there will be thousands of tons of new litter on the ground. So remember the facts that you've learned today, and when you see someone littering, it should enable you to take a stand and do your part in maintaining your community, your state, and country against littering. Thank you.
God bless America.
Along with that.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.